And we're back. So after hunting the Tobi-Kadachi a couple times, we were able to pick up the Pulsar Bow and the Kadachi Coil. So let's start this and I'll explain what they are. So, the Kadachi Bow is a 144 damage bow. It has 10 affinity. Affinity is crit, so it has 10% chance to crit. And it has 150 thunder damage. And what the Kadachi Coil does is it gives you Thunder Attack 1, which gives you a bonus 30 thunder damage. So right now we're rocking 144 damage, 10% crit, and 180 thunder damage. So we're more than prepared to beat this Anjanath. We should actually lay waste to him. So now the only thing we have to do is just go to our little meeting place, receive our cutscene, and then we'll get into the thick of it. So just down here, we will encounter our cutscene. Alright. So what he is about to do, you can do. You can totally, absolutely do what you're doing. And as you'll see, there's a wedge beetle there, so you can actually use your slinger to get up there on top of the rocks. You can actually cut that down on the monster, or you can use it for quick cover. But yeah, just hitting it once. You can drop it on them, or you can, like I said, you can climb on top of it and just drop everything right on top. You actually get a bonus for doing that. Yeah, so the Anjanath he's mad now. He's like, you want some? Come get some. Oh, I also forgot to say, we have our little Palico. He is rocking the Kadachi set. You'll see that he's doing lightning damage as well. It's fairly a decent amount. And with his flash cave, us being able to blind him, us being able to knock him out, and us being able to paralyze him, I think that we're going to have a relatively easy fight. So right now the Anjanath is kind of a pushover. Like I said, the only thing he really has is a couple of lunge attacks. However, right when I say, oh, he's easy, I get smacked. Now when he gets you up like this, don't worry, you're not going to take any additional damage.
Wait for a chance to escape. You're bound to get one.
But, alright, let's reset. But it does knock you down and you do act like you're afraid of him. Alright, so anyway, Kobe's going up there. You can skin that Jaguarus, of course, but you know, like I said, at this point, if you've been playing and you're new, you've probably hunted the Great Jaguarus a couple times. Alright, so he's went to the Kadachi camp. So, yeah, like I said, we're just continuing dwelling on him. And as you see, he actually has, like, some wings, although he is way too big to fly. And now, he's switched forms. That is his nose plate. His nose plate is up now, and what he'll begin to do is he'll begin to channel fire in his throat. You'll see his throat start to glow. From there, he can release it in a couple attacks. He can do like a torch attack where it comes out of his nose and he just waves it wildly around. He's got a breath attack, which that one, a sweeping breath attack. That's not too bad either. Like I said, it can catch you on fire, so if you do get on fire, just roll 3 times and then you're good to go. And in his last one, he revs his head straight back and then he breathes fire out in front. Now currently, at this point in the game, We cannot do anything about that. So if you get hit by it, you are a goner. Alright, so just trying to take advantage of him not being able to attack us. Down here. Now he will follow us. There's no doubt about that. Like I said, right now he is in hunt mode. And if I wanted to get away from him, I'd have to run pretty far. Awesome. I will take it. So, just like any monster, regardless of what weapon you have, if you get an opportunity like that, you get a knockdown, you get a stun, you paralyze them, you put them to sleep, whatever you do, if it incapacitates them, take full advantage of it. But what you have to realize is that most monsters, they will break free around the time that it takes for you to do a fully charged whatever you do. So, Dragon Piercer Shot, Dwarven Fire, if you're unleashing your fells, you're doing your full elemental discharge on a charged blade. If you're doing your biggest greatsword attack, whatever you're doing, just realize that it takes between 6 and 8 seconds, depending on the weapon, to do what you got to do. So be careful and time appropriately, because if you're caught out like that, you will take damage. Oh, let me get out of the way. Have to put up the bow. Bring out the bow. Put up the bow. Alright. Recover and get back into the game. Alright. So. Here we go. Follow him back up. He went back to the... Oh, crap. See that in the distance? That is a Rathalos. I should have put on the... Gilly mantle beforehand. He's sniffing me out right now. Hopefully I can get my shot in. Nope. Of course not. Get back up. Awesome, got him. That really wasn't that great of a Dragon Piercer, but it's alright, we'll get a second one in, no problem. Alright, so he jumps up. And we knock him back down. I will take that any day. So 2 more Dragon Piercers. I couldn't even move. Anyway. Alright, so now he was really mad. Alright, I heard another scream. That was not him. I'll pick this up just in case. I know that Rathalos is up there. I know he is. And I don't want to be on the receiving end of that, because the Rathalos at this point in time can one-shot you with a few of his moves. And they're quicker than the Anjanath. See, there he is. Oh. guess I'm just gonna run past him. Well, I would like to run past him. Gonna head on over here to where our old buddy, the Anjanath, is waiting at camp. This past the Jaguars, they don't really matter anymore. He's already taken a nap. I don't think I did that much damage to him. Alright, so... Oh, he's exhausted. Alright, great. So, we're just going to capitalize on this, get a few shots off. And now for a moment, it won't last forever, but he'll be exhausted, and he'll only be able to do 1 or 2 weak attacks before he has to stop and take a breather. So you can actually have this on your weapon in the form of a... Alright, so my pet Jaguars there decided he was going to jump in front of my arrow. So we can get a dragon piercer in. There we go. Oh. Alright, we broke him up a little bit. Try to get another dragon piercer in. Awesome. That broke his nose plate and I severed his tail. Awesome. Yeah, I just messed him up pretty bad. But anyway, you can get the Stamina Thief, and the Stamina Thief ability allows you to exhaust the enemy. So, great. Alright, so we took down the guy who had been hunting us since the beginning of the game. The Anjanath, once you get the equipment for it, he is relatively a pushover. Even, I would dare say at the beginning of the game, if you are good at dodging, you've already played this game before, you can beat the Anjanath right alongside the Great Jaguars, no problem. There's nothing really that threatening about the Anjanath. Even if he goes into his form to where he breathes fire when he's got his nose played up, you can just run away, let him cool down a little bit, poke at him or whatnot. It could take some time, but he is relatively safe to fight. So now that we've done that, let's look at the sunset and bask in the glory from this great hunt. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so me, the Palico, and little pet Jaggy there. Alright, 10 minutes, 40 seconds. That's a pretty good time. Alright. And now we have the Thunderbug cage, which is a shock trap. I mean, I really like the Flash Fly cage. It's awesome. Awesome. So it looks like we've brought out the heavy guns. So, the commander means business.
Gather round, people. We have much to discuss.
Absolutely.
All our preparations are complete, and I have all of you to thank for working double time to make it
Not
happen.
me. I've just been going out there killing monsters.
We're hunting the Anjanath despite being new here. That's one less misery standing between us and capturing Zhorah Magdoras. Well, when will Zhorah reach the Great Ravine?
Precisely at daybreak.
Okay.
Good. Let's run through the operation one last time, then. Our hunters will rendezvous on site. Once the beast appears, the operation will commence. We've built 2 barriers in the target's path.
So, the way that Zhorah Magdoras works, for those who have not played Monster Hunter World, is that he's an event monster. So, he is way too big for us to go out and just hunt. So they made this really nice set piece to where we get to fight on his back, we get to climb up his back and everything. It is really awesome the first couple times that you play it. However, after that, you know, it's like it kind of loses some of its charm. But for those who have not seen this fight,
Quartermasters, conduct an
you're in
inventory
for
on
a
our
treat,
supplies.
I believe.
Researchers,
It's something really
proceed to
cool.
the Great Ravine with your escort as soon as you're ready. We can't
so-
bring our quarry back to base, so take what you need and be prepared to conduct.
This
your
is one of the
research
only
on site.
things the
Don't
commander
worry,
says is
Commander.
actually smart. It's like, yeah, we
Everything
can't
will
bring
be
it
in
back,
order.
so you need to bring
Keep
all
your
the
ears
stuff you
open
need to
during
bring
the
to do
operation.
any research you
I'll be
want to
giving
do on
orders
this
as the
creature. 'Cause,
situation unfolds.
yeah, but
May the Sapphire Star
I
light
I
your
think
way.
this plan is absolutely
Dismissed.
stupid. And then, especially when you get to the quote unquote, I use air quotes, binders that you wrap this,
The
that
big
you try
moment
to
is finally here.
pin this creature
I'm
down.
shaking
I'm like,
up storm
I don't
here.
know what you're
How about
thinking.
you?
You need like freaking chain as thick as a human to bind the creature.
We can accomplish
Alright, so
anything.
I've never really gone over the bounties. You always want to have bounties. As you see, I'm picking up bonus armor spheres. This is going to upgrade our armor. I'm going to probably hunt the Anjanath a couple more times before we do Zhorah Magdoras. There's a fire resistance gear and whatnot, but until then, we'll see you next time. Take care.